Yeah.
He was saying all this shit right.
We got to think about it. He had Hollywood
It's a
elite.
party, though.
He had Hollywood elite there.
Yeah.
Look, it's not just Diddy. It's a cat. Story time. It's a cat that designs circuitry boards for naval warships. He lives in
charcuterie.
He lives in
Say it again.
It's not
charcuterie.
It's not charcuterie.
He said circuitry.
Circuit boards.
Circuitry.
Circuit boards.
Circuit boards.
Circuit boards.
Oh, so like circuit boards.
Yeah, circuit
Okay,
boards
I got you.
for naval warships. He gets exclusive government contracts. This cat lives in Penfield. He once a year he converts his common area and his common area probably about 3 times the size of this, and his basement is the same size. So he converts the common area to a casino, and he converts the basement into a nightclub, like literally the floor, everything. He live out in Penfield.
Oh,
so he got money. He used to deliver water. Him and his homeboys used to run a water company. Well, they used to work at a water company, and then they put their money together, and then he got the contracts. Blah blah blah. They all blew up. So in order to come in, you have to get you meet at a lot somewhere. I'm not gonna say where. You meet at this lot. The lot you get
Shuttled.
you get shuttled. You got to wear blindfolds. You get shuttled to his crib, and when you come in there, before you come in, you get wanded down, and you got to have sign an NDA.
Oh God.
And the stuff and the people from there, let me tell you something. It's crazy. Like, only reason I knew two people recognized me when I was there, so I can't work there no more. You know what I'm saying? Because they said something to him like, "Yo, we know him."
Yeah.
You know, like, because I've been around.
So, you were doing security for this
doing security
party?
for it, and the stuff that goes on there, it's been NFL cats there, MLB cats there. I'm not that anybody care. Red Wing players.
So it get crazy.
He's like, not like anybody cares about the Red Wings.
I'm just saying, like, the Red Wings player come in, you gonna be like, who that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what? Though?
And it gets insane. So on that level, this is a local level.
So you can
imagine Hollywood and LA Power Elite.
Yeah.
The entertainment industry is but so big. I tell people all the time, like, you'll run into somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody all the time.
Right.
And then you'll go somewhere and somebody have heard of you. Like a real heavy dude in the security game, Tank, you know, the R&B Tank, singer Tank, his head of security, Denon, shout out to Denon, I mean, not that we recording, but
we're good? We're recording?
He's in the Fruits of Islam. We're recording. The Fruits of Islam are, like, you know, they would, you know, how powerful they are.
Right.
He's a high-ranking member in the Fruits of Islam. And I've been all over the country, literally all over the country. And whenever I meet a member of the Fruits of Islam, if they doing security for another celebrity, we link up. I'm automatically, you know, like I mention his name, and they be like, oh yeah, they'll call him on the spot.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, yo, do you know Bear from New York? Oh, that's my man. Take care of him.
That's dope.
VIP, first class treatment, everything. Like so. But the stuff that these cats see and all the stuff like that, man, it's crazy. And I probably, as long as I've been in the game, I've probably only seen if it's 100%, I've probably seen about 30, 40.
Yeah.
It gets even worse, man. It gets even worse. Like, just the conversations I have with these cats.
So that maybe that, you know what I'm saying, like the stuff Diddy was doing, and he was saying, like, when he answering these questions on interviews and he basically telling you what he was into, it wasn't like he was trying to hide nothing. Like,
I guarantee you, after the interview, they was asking, "Yo, how do I get into?
Let's
the
go to the party."
He had videotaped invites from Oprah.
Right.
Oprah was the
I seen that.
invite.
I seen that.
Oprah was saying, "Yo, we want you at this all-white Diddy party."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wow. And then after the party is the party.
Yeah.
You know what
but he would say that at the party though. He would get on the mic and be like, "Yo, time for the kids to go. This thing about to turn into something else."
They said if you don't want to be a part of it,
you
leave. If you stay, you already know it's Sodom and Gomorrah up in this motherfucker.
Yeah. So, crazy.
Yeah,
crazy
man.
work. Yeah. Let's get it started though. Y'all want to go?
Right,
Ready?
But it's not a crime. If you have your
You're grown.
fetishes and whatever, that's not a crime.
It's not.
And you
throwing a little
ain't
private party.
You can't be beating on people.
Yeah, you ain't
that's it.
You have an entertainment license. You could have your own party.
That's a good one. Man, we about to get started. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, go ahead, Mo.
Hey, we back. This is the Everything Under the Sun podcast. We back for round 2. Special shout out to Norco. I got it right. Norco.
Yeah.
That's where we at right now. Your headquarters for the podcast. If you have aspirations to create your own podcast, that's what you're gonna have to go through if you're in the Rock. North Coast. Shout out to Gerald
Cole, shout
and
out
the
to
fellas.
PG.
Gerald
Fellas.
and Train and Pross. The boys doing it
That sound like
major.
some freaky shit.
Right. They're doing it major.
And Train
we
and
got
Pross.
we got a
It's a
lot to
freaky
talk
time.
about. Here we go. we are in freaky times, right? We got a lot to talk about though, people.
No,
we got
we
a lot
definitely
to
do.
talk about. That's a lot out there. I don't even know where to start. It's so crazy.
Hold
but
on,
we here
hold on.
with the group.
These people don't even know who we is.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. I'm about to jump
He's
into
so
it. I got you.
ready.
See, that's why we said.
No.
Yeah, see,
You're doing great. You're
See?
doing great.
That's why we said Rocky should have
No,
did
you're
it.
doing
She used to do
great.
shit. She
You're
wouldn't-
doing
you
great.
definitely wouldn't
You're
have
doing
wouldn't have
great.
messed up introducing them. But here we go.
You're doing
we
great.
are here with the lovely and eccentric and talented Rocky B, of course.
I'm gonna have you introduce me at
Of
all
course, sir.
my hosting gigs. I love that shit.
And
Yes.
to her left is the intellectual, always gonna have you feeling stupid. B Gibson, he go tell it to you like it is and go away. You never even thought of going with it, but it's always intellectual. He gonna always put you on to what's real, the way you should be thinking. And then we got Bear over there, my guy Bear.
What up?
Bear, Mr. Feel Safe himself.
Super rich.
But you can't.
Forget about that.
Yeah, I forgot. My bad. The
My
super
bad.
rich
Very-
Mr. Feel Safe himself.
Very financially well.
You know what I'm saying? Bear, good to see you. And his ass was late today.
Yeah, I was.
Last week he was on time. Today he got here.
Got to balance, baby.
About 30
Life is about
seconds ago.
balance. Life is about balance.
He got on his best. He got on his best tracksuit.
I
That's
feel
why.
you. I
He
feel
got on
you.
his best
I feel you.
tracksuit.
The glow in the
Yeah.
dark. Glow in the dark tracks.
But you know what? This is how I'm gonna kick it off, right? We from Rochester, man. I'm proud to be from Rochester. I love Rochester. We from
Absolutely.
Rochester, New York. Yeah, people say this ain't a real place because some of the stuff you see in Rochester, online about Rochester. But TikTok been talking about Rochester,
Yeah.
right?
That-
We in TikTok again, huh?
What they been saying?
So apparently,
I seen.
who want to kick it off? Who?
Well, I just know some of the stuff. I didn't get into it
Yeah.
because I said you type in Rochester like the one dude who made a whole vlog about how much he hate Rochester.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah.
So I don't get into it, but I heard there was some disparaging comments about
Yeah.
Rochester.
Yeah. Honestly, with the situation, it's always the same thing, man. With people, man, from New York City, they be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, Rochester, Clinton." We don't want to be y'all.
We do not. wanna
Y'all
claim
live
to
in
be
a
from
big,
downstate.
oversized group home. Y'all don't have grass. Y'all live on top of each other. We don't want to be y'all. And I don't know where they get that from. Like,
Right.
And they always leave the comment, "I went to Rochester and they want to be us." Who the fuck told
Nah.
you that?
Absolutely not. Not a shot at New York. I love New York. I go to New York all the time.
Yeah,
I
I
love
just
New
got
York
back.
City.
Love and advice.
But-
I just got back. Yeah.
Yeah, that it's not that. This ain't that. We do not want to be like New York City. But the thing was, I guess old girl from Bad Girls or something, one of them shows was on there.
Baddie?
And she was
Something?
arguing. Yeah, she from Rochester. So she was arguing with another girl on there. And she was like, Rochester this, Rochester that, representing her town.
Yeah.
And I guess the other old girl talking about how Rochester want to be from New York and we ain't really a real this and that. But from what I hear, the chick from Rochester be in their house whooping everybody.
That was crazy. Like,
I heard
you keep
getting-
talking about Rochester, and she is
And she
beating
the
it.
one in there going in on everybody.
She is knocking the facial expressions off their face.
This is the thing about Rochester. Like we could talk about us, but nobody else can
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about us.
Oh, that's
right?
100%.
So we
That's
could talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Rochester, but
Yeah.
when we
Yeah,
got
we ain't doing
outside
that.
cities, the outsiders
Yeah.
is like Rochester versus everybody.
We definitely
right?
gonna
put all
stand up for ours.
our gripes aside, all our enemies, our negative frustrations, all that stuff, and we
Right.
just come together when it comes to
Yeah. What
other
Pac said,
cities.
we might fight amongst each other, but I promise you this, we tear this bitch down and get us pissed.
Yeah.
Rochester definitely gonna ride with each other. But yeah, that's what's in the news. TikTok in Rochester is trending right now. But,
Always.
But we got a lot to talk about, man. Let's jump into. I'll kick it off with the sports. We're gonna talk about the sports and get that out the way. Right now, of course, we are in the NBA playoffs, and of course, the series right now they're looking kind of one-sided. Right now, we got OKC Thunder is handling the Minnesota Timberwolves. All the Ant-Man Jordan comparisons have been sleep for the last few days.
Oh,
I told y'all not to do that dumb anyways. And you can't compare that dude to Jordan.
At all.
It ain't
He's a good player.
yeah, he's a good player.
I mean, but you know what the
He
thing
need
is,
help.
though, is that people don't understand. He literally constantly says, "Don't compare me to dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the face of the league.
Right,
I don't care.
right.
Like he don't care. Like
Facts.
people keep saying, you can't be the face of the league if you don't have a stable woman. You can't be
Kendrick Perkins.
He's literally telling you, I have $300 million. I don't give a shit about
Right, being the face of the league. I just want to go out there.
I'm rich as shit, and next year
Tear
I'm about to get
people up.
another contract for another $350. I don't care.
Right.
We talk about Anthony Edwards?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll keep his baby, too.
Like,
I'd have kept his baby. Like, I am not mad at you. What's her name? Aisha? What's her name?
Yeah.
I'd have kept the baby. Like, okay.
What's crazy about that too is when she went online and admitted why
what
she
did,
but not really admitted, but didn't fight. I had a baby by an NBA player, and pretty
And
much
she got a baby by a little baby.
Everybody she got babies by got paper.
Yeah.
She got money.
Right.
And I know it's kind of old now. I want to rehash anything, but when I was reading it, I guess she tried to file for paternity in California.
right.
And the judge denied it and said you got to go to Georgia, and that's what Anthony Edwards and them wanted.
Yeah.
So when he did, he did a parental buyout.
Yeah, he bought it out. Yeah.
But I tell people all the time that's not new. If you going back, I've had clients that have done that, but I think the most popular one was Will Smith on his first.
Yeah,
child.
that's right.
Will
Yeah.
Smith on his first child.
That's right. Yeah.
He just before Independence Day came out, and he became a worldwide movie star. His peoples came and said, "Listen, you going on child support? You do child support. What we do is going to set up a buyout. Your buyout is going to be, pay X Y for up to ahead of time. Do it now because once this movie hit, you're going to be out of here.
Yeah.
And so do the buyout now. Will Smith, he paid off his child support.
Yep.
And then after that, he became the $20-30 million movie man,
Right.
and saved him a ton of money. Even though him and his child's mother was remained close, and they pretty much took care of whatever she needed to take care of. It wasn't a financial burden to him because he said, "Yo, let's do this
Get it
now."
out the way.
Like
Let's go.
he said he said himself. He said he saved millions.
Yeah,
Saved
I
millions.
imagine.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But so the OKC Thunder, they're handling Minnesota. They're pretty much gonna pack them up probably tonight, right? It's 3-1 already in that series.
3-1.
Yeah, so they're gonna pack them up tonight probably, but you never know with the NBA. That's the thing I got about the NBA too. The other series is Indiana. The Pacers is beating up on the Knicks, right? Rochester full of Knicks fans, and I ruffle feathers all
That
the
is
time.
a lie.
And fake Knicks fans. There you go.
Coming out the cut, you a Knicks fan.
until these playoff series, I didn't hear nothing. It's
Right.
only like
It wasn't.
3 Knicks fans. Shout out to my man Mitch. Rob,
Yeah, Mitch Rod, he a real Knicks fan. But so my thing with the NBA, right? And this is what I don't get. I'm gonna take a Brandon segment here. See, the thing about it is, right? The thing about the NBA,
talking about.
the thing about the NBA, right, is I don't understand, right? You got 12 players. You got 12 players, 6 coaches. You got the general managers, the owners, and all that. 99% of the players on that team, that's all y'all did for all your lives. All your life, you've been a basketball player. I don't understand how you and your coaches, there's a coach on the team, so there's somebody there making decisions in game while the game is going. I don't understand how y'all can go out there and lose by 50, 40. It's happening. How do you go one game, you win a game by 25 points, and then the very next game, 2 days later, you lose by 45?
It's rigged.
They need some better actors. The NBA needs better actors.
It's rigged.
I don't understand it, but this is all you've been doing. How you don't know how to stop the bleed when it's happening in real life? Like, I understand basketball is about runs and flows and all that kind of stuff. You can miss shots, but 45 points you losing by?
Yeah.
Check this out.
So people can cash out.
And this ain't like football.
Before it's over.
This ain't like football.
Cash out.
This ain't like football where, we get a possession and we get to drive the ball and, taking time up. But you get a possession to score, then you get a chance. You get a chance and you get it, right? It's been going like this. We score nothing. Score nothing. Score. You're professional basketball players. And not only are you professional basketball players, you're some of the best in the league because you're in the playoffs. Your team made the playoffs, but you out there getting beat by 45. I don't understand that. They got to fix that. They need a better script. They need to fix that. That's crazy.
I mean, personally, I don't really think it's a script because at the end of the day, professional sports are business. And I would find it hard to believe that in a business that's about business, they would have the Oklahoma City team and the Indiana team going to the finals.
The boringest finals.
They would have
No, they got to throw them small markets a bone every now
but
and
they
then.
can't because it's going to be terrible ratings. Like
They got to though.
Hold on, no, bro. Like for example, Tim Duncan won 5 chips.
He's from the Virgin Islands.
He had 4 of the worst finals ratings of all. The only one he had that rated good was when they beat the Heat. That's the only one.
Yeah, yeah.
So like when they say like, oh, it's rigged, it's rigged. I say this for football. I say this for basketball. I know football is not rigged because the Dallas Cowboys are the most popular sports brand on earth, and there is no way
Jerry
that they
Jones
would let
don't
them
need
go.
no money.
There's no way they would let them go 30 years without winning a championship if it was rigged. There's no way.
I feel you.
Because they know when Dallas is good, literally it shows
The economy,
league's profits are good.
the whole economy.
So for me, I
America's
I'm like,
team.
it's not rigged. So I mean, I don't get me wrong, I get what you're saying, but I have a hard time
But look,
believing that
the
they
players,
would not
check it out.
want New York.
The players, no, check it out. You get a salary, right, for the year, right? That salary don't go into the playoffs because they don't know what's gonna happen. The players know they getting that extra check. So if you coming out and you got a series that you can stretch out, why not collect an extra check, 2 checks? If you let that team win a couple games and then you come out and you win the series and this and that. But I'm just like, come on, you can't be a professional team with a coach that's making decisions right there, and you don't know how to, all right, they beating us by 10, let's change something, stop the game, timeout, beep, let's go, change something. But you get drugged by 40.
That's crazy.
I understand it's 3-pointers and all that now, and people putting up crazy amount of 3-pointers more than the past, but golly.
And the lack of defense.
Yeah.
There's a lack of defense.
Yeah.
These cats don't play.
But it's crazy though. That's my
Bad
thing.
basketball. It's
That's
a
my
lot of
thing.
bad
It is.
basketball.
It's some
Like,
bad
I see people just
basketball,
come
but
down,
it ain't.
shoot crazy shots. It's a lot of bad basketball.
But bro, it ain't no excuse for losing by 45 when you're an NBA team. You're an NBA player, and then But that's my thing. I'm like, I just don't.
I know, but you think about it though. They mic'd Shea up the other night. And he's telling the dude, he's like, yeah, even if we was doing right, we still lose. So then the other guy got Jalen Williams, when he got to the podium, and they're like, well, you lost by 40, what's up? He like, shit, I lost by 60 in college. And then they turned around and won the next game. So it's like, maybe it's a different situation.
I don't know. I'm a former professional athlete myself and college athlete myself. I don't understand.
Really? I didn't know that.
So y'all never
never
threw
know.
a game.
Yeah.
No, absolutely
never
not.
threw a game.
No.
Not in the huddle,
Now
like,
check this
listen.
out. Now check. I'll say this. In college, I could usually tell when we were gonna win and we were gonna lose by our game plan. If I thought our game plan wasn't good enough, like if we didn't have enough explosive plays in the game plan for that week, I'm like, this look like it's gonna be bleak, and I was right most of the times. I remember one game specifically. I'll point to people because they might remember it. We were playing against Michigan, Syracuse and Michigan in the big house in Michigan, and we got there. And the game plan that we had was crazy. I was like, ain't no way they gonna be able to do nothing with us with what we doing. If we execute and do what we were doing and this game go like we think it's gonna go, we're gonna blow this team out. And we was going into our hotel rooms the night before, and I'm at my hotel room, right? I got my key, I'm about to go in the door. Spotwood is at the next one, another receiver for us. He's at his door. He's like, Young Blood. They called me Young Blood when I got there because I was the only young dude playing. He said, Young Blood, what you think we gonna do tomorrow? I said, man, I think we about to beat the shit out of them, honestly. I really do. We beat them 33-10. It was really 33-3. They scored late in the game. But we at the big house in Michigan, the biggest crowd in NCAA history ever at the time, 111,000. And I'm like, we gonna beat them bad too. And we beat them bad. And there was other games where I'm like, yeah, we ain't got enough in the playbook this week. I don't know, this shit gonna be crazy. And we got our ass kicked. So you could tell by game plan.
Right.
But it was just bad. And then, so that's that. That's my gripe with the NBA. I think they just need to get better actors or a better script.
Y'all know I used to play basketball.
You did?
Yeah,
Oh,
in high
Word.
school.
Did you play with the nails that
In
long?
high school.
Was your nails that long?
No, my nails. It was in high school. It was in the islands, because I'm from
Oh, man. Y'all
from the
ain't had
Virgin
no real
Islands, right?
team.
So I was.
Go ahead, B.
Listen,
Did they play with basketballs
I
or on
mostly
dirt?
was on the bench. I can say this now and not feel bad about it because I actually became a little successful. So I was on the bench for all of 93%.
They're playing in carnival outfit.
So you was just out there.
You
was out there with the homies.
I was a cheerleader in a basketball uniform, right? But there was one game I'll never forget, and I got in there, and I took the shot from the baseline. And it went in, and I didn't put my hand down at all. I kept,
You left it up
my
there
hand
like
up. And then my coach was like, "Put your hand down." I was like, "Oh shit! I just scored! Oh my god!" And that was my only 2 points.
Claim the
But
fame.
it was yeah.
meant
I take my
everything.
ankle and everything. I ain't do shit though. But like that whole process make you feel like you about to do shit, right?
Right,
Like,
right,
oh,
getting
I'm
ready
getting
for
my
the game.
ankle taped. Like, yes,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for somebody to like get injured.
Yeah.
Whatever. But
That's wild.
I
had to bring
know
that-
a little
I love it. I
Moral
love
of the story is I know about sports, guys. So okay,
'cause
I know a little something.
Speaking of women's basketball,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of women's basketball, that's a good segue.
I mean,
right?
Caitlin Clark is out for up to 2 to 4 weeks with a quad injury. And the ironic thing about that is that I was looking at a report and it said that she is responsible for 25% of the entire league revenue, and she was going to make the league up to $1 billion this year herself.
Wow.
$1 billion?
Yes, man. The ticket prices have dropped 75% since she got
So
injured.
she's injured.
Oh my gosh.
And it's crazy. Like when you
Oh
think
my
about that.
gosh.
So like when people be like, she's not the only reason. And she
That's
is.
so let's talk about that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So the big thing in the WNBA
Right.
recently
Right.
has been the foul that you know, she fouled Angel Reese,
Yeah.
right? And this has trickled into the analysts, the
Right,
NBA.
right.
So RG3 and Ryan Clark been going at each other about this situation.
Right.
So what happened was Angel Reese going up for a layup. Caitlin Clark comes down and she fouls her.
Right.
They're saying it was a hard foul. To me, it wasn't.
It was.
It was a regular
it
foul.
was.
To me.
You
It
talking like
was.
you
I
speaking
would've-
like a girl,
If
Rocky.
somebody did that to me now, I'm getting up like how she got up.
Okay.
I think it was. It
Not with
wasn't
them
like
heels
a-
on you now.
Right.
It was. I would definitely get up like, "What's up?"
But
No,
I think Angel Reese reacted because it was her.
Right.
And and now the ongoing beef that they've been having since college has sparked up again because of this, right?
See, now, my thing is this though. My thing is this. Like honestly, it's multi-layered. First, how she got up and went crazy. Alyssa Thomas literally chokeslammed her last year.
Yeah,
And she
exactly.
didn't get up.
She didn't get up with that energy.
And like the thing is, like people say, like, "Oh, you're saying she hate her?" No, like it's legit.
Right.
If you look at the college beef, it's really one-sided.
Yeah.
The whole thing from the start was she said Angel disrespected somebody she knew by saying she can't shoot and doing the "you can't see me" thing.
Yeah.
It's been proven Caitlin was doing it to her strength trainer, not a player.
Oh, okay.
So then she says, "Oh," she gets on the live after championship game and says, "You don't disrespect me. I do the disrespecting, but
Oh, wow.
we don't have any video of Caitlin disrespecting you."
Right.
Then she slapped her across the head last year, then say, "Oh, somebody got a special whistle." And it's just like, it's okay to say, like, you don't like her.
Yeah.
Cause like,
Yeah.
not being funny, you not liking her has made you a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a fact.
And another
People don't talk about that. See, that's why
Right.
this nigga always do that.
Well, see,
he always bring a point that don't nobody
he
talk
looks
about.
under the surface.
Yeah.
And another thing too is that a lot of it is about ego.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these WNBA players talk a lot of shit about each other.
Yeah.
You talking about Caitlin Clark, who's proficient, and she's a machine.
Right.
And Angel Reese, who's doing her thing too.
Right.
And when the media pitted them against each other, because the media played a huge part of it too.
Yeah.
Angel ran with it because it's profitable. It makes sense.
But the way she ran with it, check it out though. So this is Angel Reese's whole thing with it. Like her big problem with this whole Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark thing is when she's in the media and answering questions, Caitlin Clark's name always comes up.
Yeah.
When Caitlin Clark is in the media, Angel Reese name never comes up. So Angel Reese is on this like, let me have my own shit. Let me do me. I don't want to talk about her. I don't want to talk about her. I want to talk about me and what I'm doing and this and that. So the media is really what's keeping throwing.
Okay, so here's the question, and Rocky, and I'm asking all of you. Here's the question, and like I said, this is not a slight. This is I'm asking from the general, like I don't even want to say
he about to
general
say some
public.
shit.
No, I'm saying
Well, you gotta-
would Angel, I know, right? Would Angel Reese be as relevant to discuss unless we're talking about her and Caitlin as a player? As a WNBA player, I'm for one, do not follow the
Not
WNBA.
as relevant.
Not as a
Not
player.
as relevant.
Yeah, exactly.
Not as a player.
Not as relevant.
So you know what I'm saying? So is it like, okay, it was like the whole thing with Shaq and Kobe after Shaq left LA. every interview, they was comparing how Shaq was doing with his team and how Kobe was doing with them.
Right.
And even at the end, when Kobe got the chip, he said, "Yo, I got one more than Shaq." You know,
right.
And that was his story.
Right.
But Shaq got his first.
Yeah.
Got his first, and then Kobe got his. Would we be if we wasn't talking about Caitlin Clark? Would we be talking about Angel Reese as much?
That's a good question. And do I think we would? I don't think we would. No, because Caitlin Clark is popular. She's what's popping right now in the WNBA.
Because Caitlin Clark is a basketball player, right?
Yeah.
Like she is a great basketball player. Angel Reese is tapping into everything now. She's into fashion. She's into podcasts. She is going outside of basketball and she's branding herself outside of basketball. So I don't know if that's making her basketball thing.
And to be honest, that was a wonderful plan. Like that was a wonderful plan.
Well, she got herself popping.
Yeah.
And she went and made money from it.
I see this as America's.
But has that hindered her basketball skill set?
No. Like I really don't think it's hindered it. I think it's her skill set was always what it is. And I think what happened was she seen the thing like, hold on, this is America's sweetheart. So if I be the anti-hero, like
the villain,
about earlier, anti-hero, the villain, they're gonna tap into me.
So, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I really believe like she took that and she elevated that. So like the thing I don't really care for people be like,
so this is the
it's
question.
biased against her. It's not biased.
Did she open the door for the scrutiny that she's getting though? Because
Yes.
if you're going to use that, if you're going to use that and say, because her big thing is Caitlin Clark has not won anything. Why are we putting her on this pedestal? She ain't won shit, and it's true. She ain't won in high school. She hadn't won in college. She hadn't won in the pros. So why are they doing that when I'm a champion? I'm a champion. I've won. So why are we putting her on this pedestal? But you gotta think about it. She sells tickets. She sells jerseys.
Right.
She's making the game exciting. She's hitting threes from the backyard.
And the problem is this though, like Mo, like the problem is this is that when they say she has like if you go look at Paige team or you look at Angel's team, example like when they won that national championship, Angel was the 4th leading scorer that game.
Yeah.
There was not a game that Caitlin could be the 4th leading scorer and they had a chance to win.
Right.
So it's a thing where you see it's like, okay, well, she is the one that's putting the people in these seats and whatnot. So that's why she has this hype.
Yeah.
And the thing I have a problem with, as far as us from a culture, and I'm going to call it out what it is that the first thing they said was Caitlin's fan base is based on because she's white. But then the people that supported it said it's because of her style of play. They said Caitlin hasn't won anything. Caitlin hasn't done anything. Why is she getting all this? She got a Nike deal. Asia Wilson doesn't have one. She's the MVP. But we said style of play. Juju is in her 2nd year of college with an elevated style of play like Caitlin's. She has her own shoe in college and nobody say nothing.
Right.
Because she's black and we got to keep that real.
Right.
We got to keep it real. That style of play is the driving force behind it.
Absolutely, 100%. You know, the style of play is everything. Style of play is everything because it's about the visual, right? She's shooting threes from back there, and Angel Reese is grabbing rebounds. People want to see the 3-pointers, not the rebounds, right? Yeah. So it is what it is. So this whole thing has spun into the sports commentators, with RG3 and Ryan Clark. Now, where this comes from is because RG3 came out, and when the foul happened, when Caitlin Clark fouled Angel Reese, he came out and commented on it. He said the way she reacted, you could see that was hate. That wasn't bad. She hates that girl. He said that wasn't basketball. You could see that hate. Now Ryan Clark came back, against him and said, RG3, for one, for you to be a commentator and putting that jacket on Angel Reese, you're opening her up to all kinds of hate from Caitlin Clark fans because she's been getting death threats and all that kind of stuff
and
for the whole thing.
And WNBA.
And WNBA fans, right? So, but Ryan Clark went further with it and said that RG3 doesn't have. He pretty much said you don't have the right to talk about what hate from a black woman looks like because you don't have those conversations in your home to understand a black woman and what she's feeling because you've been married to 2 white women.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that's where I found the problem with Ryan Clark.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, that's where I found the problem with Ryan Clark.
It got deep.
Like, and to be honest, that's where I found the problem with Ryan Clark for several reasons. For one, he actually had valid proof. Like, if you look everything in this rivalry is one-sided. Like, again, if somebody choke slams you and you don't do anything, somebody grabs your arm and you flail and you want to fight the world, it looks a certain way. You followed her around the court to antagonize her. She ignores you. It looks a certain kind of way.
Right.
You went live to disrespect her. It looks a kind of way. You've gone out your way to antagonize this person. So it wasn't like he said that because of that. Secondly, Ryan Clark is an extreme he's an extremely contradictory figure in the sense is like, for one, you claim you're running this on the platform of you protecting black women. First of all, your first kid is by a white woman.
That's a fact.
Secondly, your co-host is a confirmed convicted abuser of black women, and you don't check him.
Confirmed.
And you have black women abusers on your show, and you say your answer to it is, I asked them about it, and they told me to cut it from the show. Well, then you're not protecting black women.
Right.
You can't protect black women on the low
Right.
from real abusers
Right.
and then say you protect them on the high from a man that didn't say shit about black women. He just spoke about a black woman disliking a white woman.
Right.
So it's like Ryan Clark.
Yeah.
And he actually basically said that in his later replies, like, oh, I know I've interviewed abusers. Oh, I know I shouldn't whatever. You should never mention that man's wife.
At all.
Right. Yeah. So
had nothing to do with the
So that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying with Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark went too far with mentioning his wife. Now, Jamel Hill, who's another commentator, black woman, she came out and said that RG3 kind of opened the door for his wife to be put in these discussions because he himself has gone on live as they're recording and compared his wife to Milk and talking about the color of her skin. So he threw his own wife in there. So now it kind of opened up the door to say, like, you're talking about this black woman, but you compare your wife's actual skin color to things that are pure and things like that. So
my problem with that is this right here.
It's kind of.
What is your problem, Brandon? Let us know. Let us know.
My problem. This is my problem.
See, this is the thing. You gotta do your hand like this.
No. Like, my problem with it is that the original narrative against RG3 was that you, due to having a white wife, you make black women seem less than. Making a comment that actually had a little bit of factual basis behind it, actually a lot. How did that denigrate black women by saying Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark?
That was
because
black women didn't feel in any way like, oh,
what they're saying, because you have this platform and you even saying that is putting her at risk. Like,
because you planting the idea.
Yeah, you putting
in the general public.
at some point.
Now he got now. Come on, you can't do that. You're a public figure. You're on TV, and you're saying that this black girl hates America's sweetheart right now, Caitlin Clark.
But hold on.
Now wait. Now all those Caitlin Clark fanatics,
Right.
they're gonna be at Angel Reese because you put it out there, even if it's not true. That's the same thing Trump does. Trump puts it out there because he know a whole bunch of people gonna believe it, and they're gonna run with it, and that was that.
The problem is this:
January 6th.
for us to actually believe that somebody that loved Caitlin Clark and hated Angel Reese didn't feel the same way before RG3 said that is honestly disingenuous. Like nothing RG3 said made someone that loved Caitlin Clark and hated Angel Reese. It didn't.
No, it confirmed.
Didn't
It confirmed to a lot of them though.
But however, the thing is this: like, this is where I say the message over the messenger. Like, people say, no, but the messenger matters. I tell people this: if you hanging off a cliff for your life, right, and a hand grabs you to help you, do you care if that's a child molester's hand?
No.
Do you care if that's a murderer's hand? You don't care.
Right.
It's a helping hand.
Right.
And all I'm saying is that, of course, RG3 is a coon. However, my point is that in that is that he literally had a factual sports basis to
That
make
was his
the comment
opinion,
he
though.
made.
That was an opinion.
But but think though, Mo, if somebody goes out their way,
Wait a minute, hang on a second, Brandon, and I don't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, because I think what you guys are saying, like I said, it's maybe opinion not. Do you honestly believe? And I'm saying this as a purveyor of what you guys are saying. Do you honestly believe that Angel Reese does not like Caitlin Clark?
I know. Yeah, I think she don't like her.
Okay, so I think these are the type of conversations that the general public doesn't have when
Right.
these sports figures make these statements. Number one, is it true? Regardless if it's opinion or not,
Right.
is it true? does Angel Reese have a history of not liking either Caitlin Clark or the way that the world treats Caitlin Clark when it comes to her treatment?
Yeah.
Right.
Base that on the fact that you just flagrantly fouled me on the biggest stage where we already got this contentious relationship.
Right.
Yes, I'm going to explode. Yes, I'm going to react the way I did.
But like B said, you didn't have that energy when that girl.
No. I'm taking that completely out the conversation because we're talking about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and their prior history.
Yeah.
I already don't like you.
It all started from this.
Exactly. I already don't like you. The media has pitted us. I'm the villain. You're the hero.
Right.
And you choke. You embarrassing me.
Yeah.
It's you that I'm mad. The other one was just a bad player, whatever. I don't even have a history with this chick or whatever.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
It's like when you when you and your homeboys are drilling and joking around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Y'all could come, I have friends that can say certain things to me that regular people can't. We all do.
Fact.
You know,
Right.
like you and your sister can fight, or your brother can fight. Can't nobody else put their hands on your family members.
Right.
It's the same thing. Like I can have these issues with other people. I can't have these issues with you because it's you.
Right.
So and another thing too is that the power of social media, the power of social media and speculation.
Yes.
Everybody has this platform. Everybody there and these influencers. And when people speak on certain things, when that situation happened, Angel Reese continued it on her platforms and all her followers. So the people that don't like Angel Reese followed her and said, "Oh, word, that's how you feel." So it was bigger than sports now. It's just it all opinion based on how I feel about this person.
Right.
It ain't even about the sport no more.
Right.
Yeah,
It's not even about basketball no more.
Exactly.
Right.
And then, you know, if Angel Reese wants to kill it, she just can't give it legs.
That's it.
I mean, you can't give it legs.
That's how
you can't jump up like that.
anything in
You
social
playing
media.
basketball. You playing basketball. You get
anything in
fouled. You
social
get fouled.
media. Yeah.
You can't give it legs.
I want to switch gears.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to switch gears, and I want to switch to entertainment.
Okay.
I want to speak on, shout out speedy recovery to Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, just recently, video footage surfaced of the stabbing attack that Tory experienced while in prison. Now, when I saw the footage, I didn't expect to see what I saw.
Right.
You see, you hear about, it's always surface. You hear things, you don't really get the whole gist of things.
Right.
When I watched the video, I watched the video a couple times.
Yeah.
Now, in my head, I've worked with Tory. Tory is small. He's a little dude. Tory's a little dude. I know he got all this bravado and this image that people may have, the rapping, the singing, tough guy, all this stuff. He's a little guy.
There's always the small ones. It's the
he's
Napoleon complex.
He's a little guy. To see old boy attacking him in that video, I said flat out, he was trying to kill him.
He was trying to.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen or the victims of a knife attack. From my healthcare side and my security side, I've seen people who get stabbed. I'd much rather, and I've gone on record saying this, I would rather be shot, which I have, than be stabbed. Because it's the recovery, the when it opens up to you, everything is just ridiculous. And to see how he was walking around afterwards, cut open and cut up like that, number one, I salute to him because that's crazy. But to think about how he was literally running for his life. Now the one thing, I don't know if he was trying to save face or whatever, it was stated, and you correct me if I'm wrong, it was stated that he tried to retaliate after he got cut up.
Oh, really?
And in the video, you see he was running for his life. He tried to get away from his life. And my thing about this too is that I said that I don't know the reason. I've heard rumors about why he got stabbed up, like he was trying to talk to the dude girl or something like that. I don't know.
In jail?
Yeah, I heard something that had something to do with the female.
Wow.
That's what I heard. That was a rumor that I heard.
That dude in there. That dude was in there for forever.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. And I tell people, I said, I don't know of any of the listeners or viewers, anybody who's truly been locked up, but like with the politics and the rules that go in prison, there's certain things you don't do. If people mark you as fool, it's a problem too. Right. And the way it happened, it's like I said, it wasn't random.
Right.
I don't think, me personally, I don't think that was random.
Nah, hell no. Not when you try to turn somebody out
Yeah,
take somebody out like that.
And broad,
going.
right in the middle, damn near in the middle of the pit.
Yeah.
Like, he was trying to take this dude out.
Yeah, he was definitely trying to turn the lights out.
Yeah.
And I was like, and so I don't know. And I heard he refused protective custody.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna go with it.
Yeah.
Now you Tory Lanez.
Yep.
You go to jail. You can go into PC, right? You got that right because of who you are.
Who you are.
He elected to go in the general pop.
Yeah.
He elected to go and be with the people and this and that. So I'm like, I don't know if that's me. B, what you doing? If you
Now, to be honest, like that's one of my things with it. Like, we can debate back and forth all day whether he's innocent, whatever this, that, and the third.
right,
It's certain decisions. Just like before he got there. Me personally, you just left a billionaire's party with your millionaire girlfriend.
mm-hmm.
Why do you even have your own gun?
right,
So it's like, even if he didn't shoot Megan, we can debate that all day, whatever. Why do you have a gun?
right, right.
The only person that should have a gun is the security. But where are y'all going that's gun worthy after you just left a billionaire's party?
Right. It's
So
just stupid
now-
decisions. It's
So
dumb
now you get convicted and you go in there. You rich. Why not go into PC?
shit. Right. Your whole
This street credit doesn't mean anything.
your whole agenda should be to get out of there. Yeah, I mean, go sit down, do your time,
Or be
and come on home.
Or go in there and be. A lot of people don't have that option or that choice, but go in there and be as comfortable as possible.
Yeah,
Like
He actually has it. He actually had it.
yeah.
So you
Like, go be rich.
yeah,
chose to go in the general
You in
pop.
jail. You
he
in
did that shit so he could make music from it. He could say, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't in PC. I was with the people.
None of that matters.
Right.
None
And
of
it's
it.
crazy because you an
it's
R&B
jail
singer.
None of it.
He's an R&B singer.
Right. Exactly.
Like, what you gonna sing?
It ain't
I
like
had the
you
most
been-
noodles, baby.
Yeah.
I had the most noodles.
But Tory sing and rap. He
Tory is
talked tough.
He just
multi-talented.
did another. He just dropped
His
another
Dropped the
album.
album.
His music is
And it's
amazing.
it's
Yeah.
playing right now in the way.
Yeah, it's a good album.
Yeah, it's real
Yeah.
good. So
Shout out to Tory.
Tory
shout out to
Doing
Tory.
y'all
Yeah.
Sean John,
I hope he get well, man.
Yeah.
Hope he get well for real and get up out of
So
there.
wait, what is his status right now? Like, is he still recovering?
That's another thing. He recovering, but now his team claims to have this footage or this evidence that's supposed to
wasn't
free
him.
him.
Yeah.
That's saying it wasn't him.
Yeah,
So
allegedly.
I'm kind of torn with that because I put a stat on Facebook and said, if his team got this freeing evidence, like what's taking so long? Like every minute spent
I mean,
in there.
I'll say this though, but
every
I'll say
minute
this, though,
spent in
Mo,
there.
Mo, but I'm gonna tell you this: like when you do appeals, you know what I'm saying? Like they may have it, but like appeals don't exactly like work. Like
Yeah, I know.
I got this
Yeah,
video.
yeah, I
now
get
you about
that.
to get out.
I get that.
And I'll just say this for this: like I remember when it first happened, like before it was even a case. His driver gave an interview on a radio station. And he was just like mad casual. He's like, yeah, you know how it is. He was fucking both girls, da 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 da. And she tried to grab the gun. Tory grabbed it from her. That's the same dude that showed up after the case and said the DA wouldn't let him testify. So again, though, it doesn't matter here nor there because at the end of the day, even after that, you still got a gun charge for being a nigga that left a billionaire's party with a millionaire
Come on, man,
girlfriend
grow up.
with a gun. Like, so it's like, you can have a certain like, okay, cool, you didn't shoot her, you still got a gun charge.
Right. But you got a bodyguard right here.
You
So-
shouldn't be anywhere. I tell my clients all around, it's easier for me to deal with a situation like that than for you to deal
Right.
with it. But then when you get to the domestic, you gotta remember it's liquor. They all drunk.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
all probably high.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
emotions and
Yeah.
all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Like this Remy Ma situation. When Remy went to jail, it was all, like I said, a momentary lapse in judgment that cost her damn near everything.
Shit,
It's-
that's most people in jail though. They
Yeah.
that one
emotion,
emotional
we were
moment.
talking about that, Brandon.
It
Like,
takes you,
That's
it
a
takes
hell
you
of a
there and then you go.
That's a hell of a switch.
And
that's a hell of a switch.
Yeah, and I tell all the time, I say you can't let emotions dictate your actions because it can put you in situations that you're not prepared
Yes,
for.
yes,
because that's
yes.
why you can go on YouTube. One thing, I'm a YouTube fanatic. When I work overnights mostly, and I'm a YouTube fanatic. And one of the things I watch is the police cases, how they unfold, and all these tough gangsters, these killers, these soldiers. When they get in that room, The detectives make them sit for them
Oh, yeah.
hours just on purpose, and they fold like a wet newspaper. And they tell, like one dude was crying and, oh man, you know they'll kill me if I go back to the. I can never snitch. You look in that life. Do you want me to record my confession, or do you want me to write it in Braille?
Right.
Like what you need?
But I can let me say this about Tory, right? Because Tory, I seen an interview where Tory was in contact with this famous blogger, right? He does his blogs and stuff. They were in contact. They were texting, and Tory was texting him like, yeah, you know, I took the fall because I didn't want to see another black woman leaving her kids and going to jail. I guess that's what his situation with his mom was.
Yeah.
So he didn't want her to be in jail away from her kids. So he took the fall for allegedly Kelsey, right? That was his thing. So I guess he's coming out. He said he was coming out this year. No date, but
I do believe things. I will say this. From when it comes to celebrity cases, high-profile celebrity cases, I don't believe the governor who came out and made a statement, the people that had the press conference that came out there, I don't believe they would have done all that if they didn't have something to present, because you're going to be held accountable. Okay, now what you got? And I don't believe they would have done all that if somebody higher up hadn't already been aware of it.
Yeah, I get
you.
Because
one thing
I agree with that.
That's how it happens,
Because what happens is same thing with the Bill Cosby situation, not to switch gears. When Bill Cosby gave his earlier testimony, the DA and everybody else was like, we're going to ask you how you used to get these women, but we're not going to hold you accountable for anything that you're about to say. Your testimony will not be used against you. What happened 20 or whatever years later? Everything he said in court, they used against him.
That's the thing, though. That's the thing, though, man, about that deposition, though. That's
the
thing,
deposition,
though. His deposition in that case, it wasn't even 20 years ago. It was within the statute of limitations. Like, people...
Yeah, that's what I meant.
When they say they got Bill Cosby, I always try to correct people. You have to realize, Bill Cosby beat 57 cases of sexual assault through the statute of limitations.
Exactly.
So to say it was some bigger racist takedown,
I don't believe.
What black man you know gonna be the case assaulting 57 white women?
Exactly. Well,
You don't know that.
They wasn't all white.
But it was because no. Go look at that. I'm in cover man of Time magazine. It was 57 white women and one black woman.
Oh, okay.
The only one he got convicted of was the one that he sat up and admitted to. Plus, I'm gonna sidebar from y'all right quick. Plus, Bill Cosby ain't fucked with us since the 80s anyway.
Oh no, I'm not defending him at all.
If you go look at when Bill Cosby did blaxploitation films, once he got that NBC money, he left black people alone.
Yeah, he did.
Bill Cosby was the one in the 80s that said black men get killed by the police because they got funny names and dreadlocks.
Oh, he said all kinds of
Yeah, no. So the thing is, Bill Cosby didn't rock with us for years, so believing that they wanted Bill Cosby gone, he was black, was stupid. They loved Bill Cosby.
Oh, yeah. He made
Bill Cosby.
He made them billions of dollars.
They loved Bill Cosby.
He made them money.
Right.
You know
and he disparaged us every opportunity he had. Every opportunity he had. But I will say, like Dave Chappelle put it, you could take, I'll say this about Tory, anybody, any celebrity. Do you take away the good that a man does based on the things that he did? For example, since we're talking about Bill Cosby, it was that rumor that when Martin Luther King made his speech, Bill Cosby paid for all that audio equipment. He put thousands of kids, helped put thousands of kids through school. He influenced a whole generation with showing positive imagery of African Americans on TV at a time when it wasn't really like that and prominent. The Cosby Show was getting ratings like the Super Bowl when it came on. And then he spawned that into a different world, showing making HBCU numbers go bananas. Because everybody
showing
wanted
black kids.
Exactly. Everybody wanted
Hillman.
But I'm gonna
everybody wanted. I thought Hillman was a real school.
Everybody want to go to Hillman.
But since we talking about Cliff and Claire Huxtable, what's up with Remy and Pap? Rock.
What's up with Remy and Pap? Oh,
that's a hell of a comparison.
Messy.
I mean,
That was a hell of a transition.
at one time we was trying to put them on that. We was trying to put them on that level. We was all loving the black love,
right? He had the hat and everything that said black love. That shit got real messy, right? And it usually does, right? Most of the time when people are going through a separation and now all the dirty laundry is coming out, right? And now, Papoose moved on. Remy first, got with his easy.
The block captain.
The block captain.
She got a type. Let's just say that. She got a type. And now Papoose moved on and now she's airing all this laundry, right? It's like a big Tubi movie, like a social media opera, for real. Is she wrong? Is he wrong? What's going on, guys?
I mean,
Oof.
I mean, all right, I started. Why not?
Yeah.
I'll say this. For one, I was really surprised that Pap, because like one thing I used to always like about him, he didn't go internet. Like when she did the BS last year, went through his phone and found out he was dealing with her, he didn't go internet.
Right.
So I was kind of surprised that he went internet. But I also think with their situation, it's a microcosm of what we view relationships as these days, and that's transactional imagery. And what's transactional about the imagery is this: they show you an image, and then the transaction is verified by the likes and the love. And they say, "Oh, this, that, and the third," but it's really fake because it's always due for return. Because when they bring the receipt back, when you do something they don't like, now you're not it no more. So hold on, Ross, I got you. So, like, for example, I give you a Rochester example.
Oh, God.
Old boy with the Chipotle and the roses at the job. He was the man. No, we're not gonna mention that, brother.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But like, because that's not fair.
I'm name dropping. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying that's not fair to him. I'm just saying.
I'm not hip to this story.
He was gold. He was gold. That man had 60,000 shares on Facebook.
It was crazy.
It was goals. Girl, I wish I had one of those. And then one roach later. Oh, I can't believe this. And it's just like, yo, it's transactional imagery. Because people don't care, bro. Like, example, people don't care if they're actually happy. They care if they look happy. Like, think about it. When these celebrities break up, we can say Cardi, we can say Remy, we can say anybody. As soon as they take a picture smiling with the next dude, oh my God, I love black women being loved properly. You don't know.
Yeah, but that's like saying that it wasn't real. We've all been in relationships where the beginning was amazing, right? We loved love. We loved our partner. And then shit happens, and then now it's not the same, right?
Hold on.
Now there's animosity. Now there's insecurity. Now there's manipulation. Now there's all this shit going on, but love was real.
Rock though. I'm not doing that. What I'm saying is this: is that just say me and you go together, right? And everybody,
y'all make a good couple though.
Here y'all go.
They be the most argumented couple.
That should be fun.
Over.
Think though.
Spin-off.
We'll go together, right? We go together. So now we have all the transactional imagery. Everybody loves us. We break up. We're not that no more. The second you take a picture smiling with the next dude, oh my God, Rock is so happy. It's so, and they don't even know. The next dude could be knocking your thoughts out your fucking head. And they don't even care.
Yeah.
And that's in general, though. But I mean, they go both ways.
Like, people don't know if Stephon Diggs and Cardi B really a couple.
How did Papoose go from the symbol of black love to now when he's a pariah? Like, they completely, like, think about this, how crazy it is.
Yeah.
She told y'all,
say that again.
She told y'all that he was broke. You can really go look up. Papoose is literally an executive at TuneCore. TuneCore is the second largest independent distributor of artists. And he just got his contract renewed. You can look it up. Go ahead. Papoose TuneCore.
Wait, let me say this.
Papoose' net worth is $500,000.
Okay.
Wait, why you say it like that? Like, that's nothing. You see how she looked at Brandon?
She did too.
That's a $500,000. That's
broke,
nothing.
Like, he broke. She was right. He broke.
Whoa, Rocky, what the hell was that?
The thing is this, you know what I don't like?
Oh, cool. Wait, if you got like Papoose and Remy money, that's $500,000 is nothing. For me, I'm like, okay, come on, let's make it work. But like for them, that type of status is like $500,000. We're talking about millionaires.
Hold on. But I ain't gonna lie. Like, this one thing I got a problem with, that I got to take a little umbrage with, is that I see like the Clarissa versus Remy situation and how this man Clarissa is ugly. And the narrative it's funny how when black women don't adhere to Eurocentric beauty standards, they're called ugly. Because you know who they use that on? They used it on Remy when she was beefing with Nicki.
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
They called Remy a man. They called Serena Williams a man.
That's a fact.
Now they say Serena Williams look too white. But remember, Serena Williams was called a man by black people, by black women. And I just be like, yo, every time a black woman, especially a dark-skinned one, does not adhere to Eurocentric beauty standards, she's a man. Because you notice when she took her birthday pictures and all that, and she had all that blonde ass hair in her head, what they said, she look good, she beautiful, she finally got a stylist. Yeah. And people don't really think about that. That's an imagery problem. You don't think about the little black girl that's looking at that like, damn, I got to put blonde hair in my head to get approval.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think that's historic.
You know, I'm totally against that.
I think that's historic. But what I'm gonna say, just to backtrack a little bit. I think some of the things that we missed in regards to the Papoose and Remy, which is basically the standard now. When two people, not even high profile people, like I said, I bring it back to the power of social media. We have to, in order to feel validated or vindicated, we have to disparage each other on social media in order to get people, these imaginary people who are watching our lives and all this stuff, to get them on our side. Or they don't have to like me, but I want them to hate you or whatever. The thing about it is,
perfectly put.
Yeah, and I think I said one of the things that I see, and I don't know if you guys have ever been a part of that or anything like that, but with social media and the Remy and Pap, just since we're talking about them, there's a lot of pain and hurt.
Yeah.
Because when you and I see that because
temporary.
when you move on, regardless of how it happened, let's say Remy did cheat on Pap or Pap did cheat on Remy. Pap is publicly displaying his new relationship.
Right.
At no point was Pap talking about Remy in any way. Matter of fact, when she went on the first time about him, Pap said, "I'm not doing this internet thing.
Right.
I wish Remy well. You know, move on, whatever, blah, say blah."
Right.
Now, I said, yo, that was real mature, Pat. Cool. Clarissa, on the other hand, Clarissa's a trained fighter. She's a warrior. Regardless of how she dressed or what we feel about it, Clarissa is a professional fighter. Right. She beats people up. She does it in boxing, and she does it in MMA. Right. People like, you got to follow her MMA crew. So she's young. She's young. Yeah. She's never got the attention that she was getting before. She's never got as much attention as she's getting now. Right. I don't know who her team is, her publicist, the people. And I tell people all the time, if you're going to be in the public spotlight like that, it's important to listen to your team. Oh, yeah. It's because they can hinge and save your career. These people, these individuals, they get on the internet and just start talking like they're talking to one person. Right. And what ends up happening, you're talking to millions of people. So you'll say something that you think you're addressing a couple of trolls. Right. Or the attitude or the narrative, and you end up saying things that you shouldn't say. Right. You're creating your character. So people, Remy and Clarissa and Pap, they all contributing to it, but that's typical of how social media is now. Right. I can't let you disparage me. So the only way I can't let you disparage me is I got to defend myself. The only way I can defend myself, look at all these text messages. Yeah. Look at all this private stuff from our history, which I didn't have a problem with when we was together. Right. So all of a sudden now Pap broke. He a bum, this, that, and the third, blah, say, blah. Yeah. But you originally said you broke up with him because he kept cheating on you or kept doing this and the third. Right. So whatever Pap was doing beforehand when you was locked up for all them years and he was holding you down, it was fine. Right. Yeah. So
even when you got out.
Yeah. Even when you got out. So here's my thing. The narrative is never about we just aren't happy together no more for whatever reason. Now he's in a higher profile relationship with somebody who's got paper, real paper, just had a movie done about her, boxing career going crazy, all that stuff.
Oh, you don't want to see that. I don't care how much you done moved on. You don't want to see that.
So now I got to let you, so the public is saying Pap leveled up or Pap moved on. Or remember, we all hated Remy. Right. All the men, we was dogging Remy. Oh, Remy cheated on Pap, blah, blah, blah. We didn't know the story. We was just going with the narrative. So Remy like, okay, y'all think this dude is a golden child and the purveyor of black love. He was cheating on me. He was doing this. He was a bum, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So you only doing that for two reasons, to save face and because you hurt.
Yeah. And that's what make it crazy for me.
Heavy on the hurt.
That's what make it crazy for
both
me.
of them, not just Remy.
Yeah.
Not just
no, man, they both was. But the thing was like, yo, he held that down for a year. Like, Like all the battle rappers told us she cheated.
Yeah.
Pap had knocked dude out and everything, and
Pap
didn't say
never
nothing.
came out and said nothing.
He never said nothing. And then you go through his phone a year later, like, look who you talking to. And then that's when he like, Shorty, you cheated on me a year ago. You left our daughter party early and to go lay up with a nigga. And I held that down.
Mm-hmm.
And like one thing he said, like, if you married, I mean, I respect the principle. I've never been married, but I can understand. He said, yo, I didn't knock him out because he fucked my wife. I knocked him out because he shook my hand and he fucked my wife.
Yeah, I get that.
But women do it all the time. That's something that
a woman would have
a man
her
like,
niggas that
hi,
she
babe,
fuck with at the
this
party,
is Kenny.
popping bottles in the same VIP.
You could tell how that hug go.
Yeah.
Hi, babe, this is Kenny.
You could tell how she hugged him.
This is my husband. Whole time, that's what we do.
Yo.
Women know how to finesse.
That's why when
move things around.
when a girl introduce her man to another dude, say, "This my bro."
Bach, just knock him out one time.
I know
Just
code.
knock him
But
out.
yo,
I know code.
Rock, I gotta ask you, Rock, I got a
Knock the
question.
mohawk off.
No,
I got-
we real smooth.
I
with
got a
it, too.
question, Rock. I got a question for you. You move on, right? You with this guy, you move on.
Yeah.
You get into the altercation. Your new guy gets knocked out.
Oh gosh.
By
Your
your
new
old
guy
guy.
gets knocked out by your old guy.
By your old guy.
How do you go on with that? How does a woman like how does Remy go home and look at this dude knowing that she saw him
But it was a sucker
stretched
punch,
out on
though,
the
right?
floor?
Was it
No,
a sucker
wasn't.
punch?
No,
Was he
they
just
was
like came
standing
up behind
talking.
him?
He said something like, yo, dude, man, was talking to me. The next thing I know, he just punched me and walked off. And I tried to schedule a fight with him, and I'm like, that's not how that
Right?
works.
No, you go in on
But
site.
then I'm hearing
go
that
around.
Remy hit him up and said, now I got to be with him because I don't want him to press charges. So now I was going to leave him alone, and now you hit him. Now I got to play along with this so he doesn't press charges on us, right? So in her head, she like, damn, my husband just knocked him out. I want to go with him. But now she got allegedly, she got to save face now because he knocked him out. And now I
What
don't
would you
want to
do?
press charges.
I asked you.
What would I do?
How could you go home with this dude? He can't raise his voice to you. You can't.
Well, Remy a
Right,
shooter, though. So.
But no, I'm just saying he can't get tough with you
can't.
at all.
Yeah.
Like yo, I need
That's
go
that's
make something to eat. He can't talk like that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
That's tough. That's
And
real.
that's
That's
one
a
thing I
tough
feel weird
situation.
about,
If your man get, but you win some.
Do you think
lose
she's
some,
saving
right?
face though? Do you think she's just saving face with the relationship?
As far as what, like just going along with
Yeah,
it, just
going along with the-
because
going
it's
with the flow.
now it's open now and you
Yeah.
can't really turn back.
Listen, now that you say that, because I hadn't heard that before this. Now that you say
Yeah.
that, now listen, I'm at a Syracuse University game. In some ways, they got connected with Syracuse staff and all that, so they at the game. Them two, Remy and Easy, at the game.
Oh.
And I'm talking about dripped Syracuse from head to toe. It just looked fake. So I'm like,
Yeah.
Like a presentation.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she got on the leather Syracuse coat. She got on the high orange and blue socks. He got on a Syracuse sweatsuit. It just looked fake. So now that you say that, I'm like, yo, is she just saving face?
Because
and is it because of that?
We believe the Remy and Papoose love story. We believe that. Even if we didn't want to, we still believed it because damn, he held her down. She went to jail. Like it was like, oh my gosh, this is like the American jail dream, right?
They had the show
But
when
they had the
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
They was a love and hip hop.
And you-
like we believed it.
And you Remy Ma from Terror Squad.
And I still believe it. I still
going
believe
with-
there's love there, and that's
Oh, yeah,
why
I do too.
they're moving off of
I do
emotion.
too.
It definitely is.
It's
definitely
still
is.
love
Papoose
there.
definitely love
It's
her.
still love
Because
there.
if you look and
On
listen,
her end too, because she listen. When the opposite of love is indifference, right? I love the man at one point, but now I don't care about him to the point where I don't gotta go on social media and prove a point because I'm indifferent. Like I don't give a fuck about what you doing, how you doing it, who you doing it with, because I'm indifferent, right? But if I still love you, I'm gonna go out there and prove a point. I'm still hurt. I'm still hurt, so I have to say something because I'm hurt.
And that's what
And
she
you
doing.
moving on to
She
somebody
don't
that the
understand
people
it.
say is quote unquote better. It is hurtful once you love someone, right? Because you're comparing and contrasting, and now she ugly and she this, she that, right? That's what women do. We compare and contrast. I'm a bald headed bitch to a lot of people that loved me at one point, right? Because we're comparing and contrasting. How can he be with me and not her? Da, 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 right? How can he be with her, not me? That's just what it is. But if I don't love you anymore and I'm indifferent,
You ain't got nothing
I
to say.
don't give a
You moving
flying
on.
fuck
Yeah, it's too much stuff to
who
do
you're with.
for you to spend all that energy and time
you're with.
doing all that.
And that's
I
why I
don't
say
care.
it's all like
I'm not going out proving no points.
like we said earlier during the conversation. I said it's about ego, pride, and like bitterness and hurt. Like
Yeah.
it's
love.
There's names.
That's love.
We all been in a situation. There's names that could come up from your past you won't even blink an eye. Like, damn, I did what? Like, so said, what about me? I could give a fuck. Who?
That's true.
I thought they died. Like, I didn't even know. And there's other names. Somebody could come to you and say, yo, so and so think this. What that bitch say?
What you say about me?
Right. You about to cry?
Like you know, like girls I may talk to. Oh, I love big dudes and that and the third. As soon as we get in the beef, you fat black bitch. I can't stand fat niggas and Oh, I was cute chubby last week, you know.
Right.
But it comes from a place of emotion. But when I always say, everybody says, it ain't just me, everybody says, you can tell when somebody's done with you, especially women. When women don't want to argue,
that's a fact.
when the woman don't care, I come home, when I come home, whatever.
We're done.
Right.
You know it's over. When a woman checks out,
Right.
she ain't going to be going back and forth online with nobody. She going to keep you blocked or whatever. Or worse is, you not blocked and she gonna answer the phone. And
That's
she
my move.
Don't block. You just don't answer the phone. And then you send the text. You see that the text was read an hour ago.
That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt.
If a woman blocks you, you still got her. You got it. If a man, I get blocked by men all the time. I know I'll be like, you sucker, I got you. Right? But if you ignoring me, that's it.
That's
right.
You moving on with life.
Shout out to my brother Clement. My brother Clement calls it radio silence. When you put somebody on radio silence,
that hurt.
It's the worst.
That
I'm letting you know I got all your messages, all your every single cell phone in the world got caller ID,
and I'm gonna do what I was doing.
I'm gonna keep doing it, act like you don't exist. That will kill me more than words. If I'm arguing with you, I got you. Fat bitch or whatever.
You ain't give me
hungry with some wings? You know, a fat nigga gonna feed you.
You just want to respond.
Exactly.
Any type of energy, good or bad energy. I just want you to exchange energy with me.
When it's no energy, that's the worst.
But my thing with that though, my last point with this Remy and Pap thing though, my thing with that, right? Like I told you, I'm black and white. It's black. You Terror Squad Remy Martin. I'm conceited. I got a reason. But you going to easy to block captain when all these other dudes in the industry that you're not gonna tell me you went for him for the looks. You're not gonna tell me you went.
But what does that have to do with it? If you have a connection with somebody, that's just it doesn't matter. Connection is
that's
connection.
what I'm saying. If it's love, it's love.
Yeah.
Right. But if she's saving face,
but it's not. It don't have to be love.
What I seen was fake.
It don't have to be love. A connection doesn't have to be love.
The connection, but how many hits to that? How many dents in that armor can you take before you say, I don't really like this dude? Because come on now,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't really like this dude.
I honestly think, first of all, I agree 1,000% with Rocky. It ain't got to be love. You can have general.
It ain't gotta be love.
Chemistry is everything.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I agree too.
You could be okay. For example, just quick sidebar. You could be in a workplace and you might a woman might see a man or a man might see a woman who you would never deal with on the outside of work, but when you work with them and you're around them long enough, you start seeing them in a different light.
Everybody in trouble.
And you get
with these work boos. You getting everybody hit. You about to get everybody hit.
That's where the term comes from. Like there's women that I've met that I found extremely attractive that I would never even say anything to, or type of person they were from the outside. But when you work around them, my field is 99% women. So you start seeing them in a different light because you're around them more than anybody else.
Yeah.
So with the battle rap scene, I don't know how much the connection was, but a conversation, a look, a moment, it can entrap you and it keep you.
I just don't think he could have grabbed her, and that's
especially if you're going through shit at home.
There you go, another thing.
So if Papoose and her just got an argument and then here come Easy like, yo girl, you look so good, but Papoose done told you like, get your ugly ass out of here. You know, I've been in situations where I'm not getting that at home.
Have you seen this guy?
I'm not getting that at home. Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
I know
if you're not getting it
either.
at home and you step out and then somebody tell you like, wow, you look handsome. You like,
bruh.
My wife ain't tell me that shit a man long.
But what I'm saying is, it ain't looks. It ain't got to be looks. It ain't got to be love. You're not there for his money.
No.
He done got knocked out in front of you.
Hold on,
and all that. Like how many?
You real shallow
if you want, but those are still chinks in the armor.
So if I'm gonna tell you something, now, hold on.
You can call me shallow if you want. That shit's still real. It still happened.
Yo, man, I'm gonna say this about it. Is that, man, just to go off, man, what Bear was saying, and I actually, man,
let's close this up after you.
You know what I'm saying? The thing is this: we've got to a point where we have literally forgotten that the base of relationships is actually liking the person you fuck with.
Yeah.
And above all that, like when they say, yo, she doing this, she got this going on, why she mess with him? Because she likes him. And we forgot that the basis before we had money and cars and jewelry, you had to like people. So when they say crackheads have the best love, poor people got the best, because they like each other. They don't have any other tangible aspect
who got the best
outside
love?
of anything crackheads. Because they actually like each other. Because I have nothing else to be with you for but liking you. And we've literally forgot that. We literally talk about people, and now we think how much or how good they look with us instead of how good they are for us. So when you deal with somebody, people be like, oh my gosh, did it end up with him? Because she like him. Because he listened to her corny jokes. He watched reality shows with her. He rubbed her feet in her pinky toe.
I get it.
All
I
that
get
shit
it.
is about
And
that.
I got a but.
Oh, now you get it.
I get it, but
I just said the same thing.
I
A different
get it.
way.
I get it, but it's got it.
You're shallow.
No, I'm not shallow.
You're shallow.
It's a level of realness,
if your
though.
girl get beat up,
this
you gonna leave her.
This dude is a no.
If your girlfriend get beat up, you gonna leave her.
No. These are men. First of all, these are men.
You just said.
No.
How can she be with him? He got punched. He got did. Like
A man is supposed to be a man of the house. You can't go out there and do that to yourself and then come home and try to lay the law down with anything. First of all,
You can't be the man of
check it
every
out.
house,
Check it
bro.
out.
You can't be the man of every house.
Check it out. But this dude is a battle rapper. Y'all seen him in action, right? Performing.
Imagine a boxer, though, bro.
Hold on. He talks the toughest. But you get knocked out and then you go say, I wanted to set up a rematch with this dude. No, that's fake. You're fake. When is she going to see the fakeness?
That's what boxers do.
Bro,
That's what boxers do.
they're in that for a profession.
That's
This
what
dude is
boxers
up there
do.
talking about how many guns he had put in your face and this and that and yelling at you, spitting on you while he rapping and all this. But then you get knocked out, but then you go and ask for a rematch? No, it's some fakeness in there.
What?
So Remy, you like fake.
Hang on a second.
you
That's
is
not
mad.
real.
Hang on a
Are
second.
you okay? You wanna?
I think Mo. Let me ask
You okay?
Do you like Remy Ma?
No.
No,
okay.
you don't.
Absolutely not.
I don't like
I'm just
Remy. I don't
saying,
like easy.
she can't-
I don't like
you can't-
easy passes.
Fuck easy passes. Matter of fact, I'll pay my easy pass bill while you play it. For real. But listen, come on. Like,
I get it. I mean,
it's
like
fake.
I said,
It's fake.
Like I said,
He's fake.
Mo gonna leave his girl, she
like
can eat it.
Brandon said, we as a culture have gotten away from what relationships are built on versus what they look like. Like, okay, I saw a video clip. Real quick sidebar. I saw a video clip of Cardi cooking, and the dude in the background, everybody assumed was Stefan Diggs, and she looked generally happy and at peace. Like people in the comments and all that talking about how she done moved on, how she looked happy and content and all this other stuff. And they Offset, they always bringing up the Offset situation. But every time you see Cardi with this dude or whatever, just from appearances, she look happy. We don't know what's going on in the background, but that's all we have to go on.
Yeah.
So as a society, when you get them little 5-second blurbs and them 10-second, like everybody was talking about Beyonce. Oh, I never see Beyonce with all her kids, or I never see her son and this, that, and the third. You only see Beyonce for about 5 seconds.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Unless you go to or at a concert, you're not with this woman on a daily basis,
Right.
or see what she has to go through, and or what the time she went with her kids. But because she don't showcase them for us, and we starve for that, or the public starve for that, we need that. We need confirmation that she love her family. No, all you need to know is the music and the celebrity.
Right. Yep.
We give away from that, and we do that with relationships. And now we personalize that in our relationships. Oh, he never posts me. He never posts his girl.
That's
that don't mean he
dangerous,
don't got
Yeah,
one.
that's
Posting is
that's
dangerous.
a red flag.
He don't post his
Not
girl.
posting?
That's a red flag.
Not posting?
Yeah.
You want to be posted?
I need what's your reason though? I need your reason.
Oh, you mean
Every
why?
man,
Why are you not
every
posting
man, 9 out of 10 men gonna say, because I don't want people in my business.
Red flag.
You think
No, I ain't
so?
gonna lie. Hold
Yeah,
on. Hold on.
I'd rather just get it out the way. I'd rather just post you.
Hold up.
let
Be about to tell me
everybody
why
say
my
what they
9 out
gotta
of 10
say.
ain't right.
Let me get this there.
Be about to tell me why 9 and 10 ain't right.
Because I love.
Because
to
I don't
address
want-
this.
I don't care to
Because
be
I love
posted,
address this. Because I
but-
love to address this. I love to address this. When people say, why you don't post your girl? First of all, it's not about why you don't post your girl. It should be why you don't want to be posted. It's never that. I've never had a situation where someone has posted me, and I literally have told any woman I ever talked to this, and if they watch this, they'll know it. I always say, if you post me, it will never be a woman that will come to you as a woman. It's always going to be one of these hoe-ass niggas that's going to come to you as a woman. So
That's a fact.
So what I'm gonna tell you is this. And when I post my woman, I'm going to post her. But all that, this, that, and the third. If you really look at my page, I post a lot. I don't post none of my real business. I post my kids on their birthday. And the reason why, I do that is because of this. I worked with sex offenders for 14 years. I've had sex offenders tell me at SBT therapy, which is sexual and behavior therapy, where they have to give full disclosure every day. And they've told me, they said, Brandon, you want to know how I call victims? They said, because she posted her kid. And she posted, he's a graduate of this school, so I know he graduates. So now I'm going to go look up when the school gets out. She posted at work, so I know she works 7 to 3. So I know she's not going to be there at 4 o'clock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go post up at the school and go grab a kid from school and say, your mom ain't getting off till 4 o'clock. You get out at 3. I'm going to come grab you from the school. Everybody think it's about business. It's way deeper.
Same thing with criminals.
Way deeper than that.
I put
way deeper than that.
Around the holidays, I put up stats.
But how rare is that, though?
No, what I'm saying.
That's
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying.
rare.
Hang on a
Millions of
second.
sex offenders.
Hang on a second. And I'm gonna add piggyback on what he's saying. I've told a lot of my clients, stop posting when you go on vacation.
Oh, yeah,
Stop
yeah.
posting that you out of the country.
Yeah.
Stop posting when you shopping and all the stuff you buy.
Right.
That's when you get your house robbed.
Because people, there's cats out there. There's an underground, an evil, dark underground of predators,
They
thieves,
creative.
criminals that are watching you.
They creative.
That people, you gotta think about it too. Like, I was shocked. I put up clips and reels of celebrities and all that stuff. I might get a couple thousand views. I put up a clip of my landscaping getting done.
Yeah.
Almost 2 million views. You never know what people are watching or paying attention to. And they dot in the eyes. I had people inbox me, asking me what street I lived on because, I recognize that house. This, that, and the third.
People don't get that.
Randomly.
People think it's all about
So
height.
imagine who's doing what and what they're saying. So I say, to tie it back to the posting thing, is that, I'm protecting my peace.
Right.
I'm protecting my peace because if you've ever been in a public relationship,
Or being
you open up to
preventative.
all the scrutiny.
Being preventative.
Bro, and on top of
I
that,
say
there's
let's
a
just
big
rip the
difference.
Band-Aid off.
But you know what the thing is, though?
Get all these hoes out the way. Like, all right,
thing is,
yeah,
though,
okay, you
we
fucked
don't
her,
think
you fucked
it's
her,
too
you fucked her. Okay, all right, let's move on and be happily ever after.
There's a
now.
big difference between private and secret. A big difference between private and secret.
Exactly.
Right.
Because it's not a secret.
Right.
If all
If you
my
see us out,
boys know,
right.
my mama know,
Right.
like me personally, when I'm with somebody,
Right.
we going outside.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, because I don't sit in the house. So if I'm with you, we going outside. So again, it's not secret. It's private. Because it's on a need to know basis. Like my grandfather told me, there is no benefit in volunteering information to the police or people. I ain't never seen that disproved one time.
And
That's a fact.
and when did that become the standard?
Because it's different, man, because we grew up on principles of you don't let nobody go what's on. You don't let nobody know what go on in your house. True. Now it's if you don't let nobody go what's on it, if you don't let nobody know what go on in your house, you hide. No.
It is not valid.
No, like people have run up to you. I didn't know you and
ain't
such
got
and such
no
broke
motion.
up. You wasn't supposed to know.
Yeah, why would you?
What you was gonna do to help it?
So you don't have no problem with her posting you?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care.
No,
I don't care.
Compromise.
He's not
I'm gonna
proactive.
post her,
Compromise.
but I'm
not
also gonna post her. I'm also gonna post her birthday, whatever this, that, third. But I don't mind being posted. I don't care.
See, compromise. Some
I don't care. Like I said,
some niggas
just
like,
be prepared.
"Don't post me."
Because my thing be this. Because my thing.
If that man grab your phone,
What you doing?
red flag.
Delete it. Delete that picture, girl. Oh God.
Because the thing is this.
If you
It's gonna
take
be
a
the
video,
niggas.
Yep.
Because the niggas
take
do
a
this.
video, he
there.
hide it.
Oh, swear to God, that's the type of niggas you talk to. That's why I ain't getting no chance. That's what niggas do.
Shout out to Willie Givens.
Oh my! Whoa! Oh my!
That's a whole nother story.
All right,
That's a
well,
whole nother story.
Thank you
Yo,
for
we gonna
watching.
wrap that up. Hey,
Everything on the
that's
Fun
been our
Podcast.
second.
Hold on, bro.
That's
That's
been
my
our-
boy.
That's my boy too. That's my boy.
Thank you for watching everything.
That's
under
been
the
our
Sun
second
Podcast.
episode
Under the
of
goddamn sun.
Everything Under the Damn Sun.
The sun has set.
The sun is down. We over the sun.
Sunset.
But hey, this has been good, man. We touched on a lot. We got through a lot. We made it through without talking about Diddy.
Pause. You said touched on a lot. Pause.
I could touch on
I
a
do-
lot. It ain't got to be no. See, that's what I'm talking about.
And also
It's crazy.
too,
He don't get it, G.
Also-
He want to touch on a lot.
also too, just to add on to what Mo said, very soon we plan on bringing on guests.
Yes.
Very
and
soon, very
what-
soon.
There's people out in the community and from political leaders to individuals that we have a particular interest in for whatever reason. We want them to come on to the show, and we also going to be more. We're going to develop a system to where we're interactive too, where we can be live and take y'all questions and see what you guys got to say, what type of input, anything that we could do better. Drop the email for everybody that wants any suggestions or comments.
It's already on the page. Everything unsunned. That is everything undsun@gmail.com. The YouTube link is also on the page. Like and subscribe so we can actually go live, because they won't let us go live right now. So
we got stipulations.
Stipulations
we got.
Hey, but it's rolling, man. The topics are rolling. The conversation is flowing. I love it. I love it.
So we gonna end like this. All right. Thank you all for watching Everything Under the Sun. The sun is set.
There we go.
We
That
good?
was dope, Rock.